Welcome, one and all, to Metrocon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Metrocon Live! Oh, we are here. This is technically now week 3. This was going to be week 4, but as some of you guys may have recalled from last week, the masquerade just completely got scuffed. I still do not know what the hell happened. I might have found some ways to fix it, but we will see. Tonight is going to have to be the testing ground for that, hoping I found the right fix. But regardless, we are here. It is time for us to check out and to head back to Metrocon, and I hope you guys are ready to rock the house. For tonight's show is a special performance by the one and only Caleb Hyles. Yes, it is time for Peace, Love, and Metrocon. That's not the official name, but it's Caleb. I think that's probably the most appropriate name you can give the son of a bitch. Now, I have been promising that Caleb will be here tonight, live, talking with me, and that is planning to happen. However, there's been a bit of a delay on his end. And to show you that I'm not just bullshitting you, this is an actual Discord message I had with him prior to the show. He has informed me that he's going to be busy with another call. He should be on very soon. As soon as I hear the word from him, we're going to stop what we're doing. If we're mid-performance, I'm going to stop what we're doing, maybe reset the song, and come back, and we'll bring Caleb into the call. So rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, this will happen. He will be here. It'll just take some time. It's Caleb. It is Caleb. Trust me, this guy is not the kind of guy to screw us over. He is not the kind of guy to bail on us like that. That's not how he rolls. So I'm certain he will be here. We just give it some time. But I just figured I'd show that now so that everyone wonders where the hell Caleb is. But regardless, he has told, as you can see, he has told us to go ahead and get this party started without him. So we will be doing just that. So let us sit back, relax, and have ourselves some fun. This is Peace, Love, and Metrocon. Oh, well, hold that thought for a minute. Hoss00312, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the madness. Also, shout out to Kimiko84 as well. Appreciate the support there. Now, let's try this again. This is Peace, Love, and Metrocon with the one and only Caleb Hyles.
Dear Evan Hansen, it turns out this wasn't an amazing day after all. And this isn't going to be an amazing week or an amazing year, because why would it be? I know, because there's Zoe, and all my hope is pinned on Zoe, who I don't even know and doesn't know me. Maybe if I could just talk to her, maybe nothing would be different at all. I wish everything was different. I wish I was a part of something. I wish that anything I said mattered to anyone.
Kind of glad he had the
I mean, face it,
the screen dark during this the lights.
would
out
anyone
during
notice
that,
if I just disappeared tomorrow?
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I've got nothing to share, no, I've got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? A couple of y'all.
Always loves to play in the crowd,
with
this one.
stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step
Hey there,
off,
Maestro.
step off of the stage if you keep getting burned. Step off of the stage because you've learned.
Hey there, Emrys.
Because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass.
Hey there, Dana.
Waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window.
Maestro, this is Caleb Hyles.
Can anybody
Enjoy.
see? Is anybody waving when you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around? Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're kicking off a concert and there's nobody around, do you ever really start or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in. Will I?
We'll get to that later, Emrys. Don't worry.
Than I've always been, 'cause I'm tapping on the glass. Waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. Waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Woo. Let's start the next track. Let's move right into it.
Let's not waste any time.
Metrocon 2021, how are we doing, y'all? Sing along if you know it. Once I never could hope to win. Starting down the road, leaving me again. I forgot the words.
Yes, a staple of Caleb Hyles' performances, forgetting lyrics.
You used know the words for me. Did you think this fool can never win? Well, look at me, baby.
Emrys, Metrocon is a convention out in Tampa, Florida that is probably one of the bigger anime conventions in the area, known for their very over-the-top stage shows, and of course stuff like this. Have a good amount of special guests every year. It's really good.
Like a little kid. Let me hear you, Tampa. Let me go.
Hey there, Dewan.
After all this time, wow, y'all are loud. Picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah.
Yes, I will. I will get it right eventually.
Yeah.
Just keep reminding me of voice
Now
calls.
the second verse.
Eventually I'll remember.
Once I never could hope to win. You're starting down the road, leaving me again. The threat you made were meant to cut me down. And if our love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. Don't you know? I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. Come on, let me hear y'all. I'm still standing after all this time.
Don't let the lack of noise fool you. Trust me, that crowd was loud.
Without you on my mind, I'm still standing. Yeah. Nice, here we go. I'm still standing. Take it away, let's go, here we go. I'm gonna try out some dance moves. Tell me if they're still relevant.
Oh, here's the other staple of Caleb Hyles.
Still?
Dancing Fool.
Still? Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did. looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. Hey, hey, I'm still standing after all this time. I'm picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing.
And for those just joining us, Caleb Hyles will be joining us live here shortly. He's just busy with something else right now, but as soon as he is ready to go, I will be pausing the video so we can bring him in to join us. And if we are mid-song, we are resetting said song.
I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I still don't know how the hell he hits those high notes so easily. My voice would crack if I tried to do that.
2021, what a joy it is to be back here at Metrocon in Tampa Bay, Florida, for all of you wonderful, lovely people getting to perform here for y'all. Just thrilled to be back on stage, thrilled to be back singing and performing. It doesn't feel like we missed a year, does it? I know we've had it's been weird. I've had conversations with people at a convention, and we're somewhere in between, like, having to catch ourselves, being like, so last year we did this, and I'm like, wait, no. I mean, like, last convention, 2019, because then you have that weird,
we did that all
funny
weekend
feeling,
long.
you know, when you think about it. But in reality, it has been a whole year. We did take a year off, but I think it's a testament to how Metrocon's run, how close-knit everyone is here, how much of a family this feels like, that it really doesn't feel like, when you think about it, that we've really skipped a beat. It feels great to be back here and just slip right back into how wonderful everything was. And thank you all so much for being here. Who's the first time seeing me live by chance? That's really cool. I'm used to that. I was not expecting like pretty much a sea of like brand new people. Thank you for taking an afternoon, early evening to spend it with me to sing some songs together and just have a good time. So I have an eclectic set list, lots of different things. For those who have been here, who have seen me before and maybe been to some of the Metrocons, there's some surprises along the way this time, because for those who weren't here, every year I've ever performed, I've had a performer with me. I usually have my buddy Jonathan Young, and if you've seen me, you've probably seen Jonathan. He can't hear you, don't cheer for him, he doesn't need it. And then I also Amanda Lee was here last year singing on stage, and it was wonderful. So this year I'm Stag, I'm running alone. But I wanted to do something to make that not the case, and that'll come later in the show. But anyway, this next song I'm doing is a personal favorite that I did over the year of 2020. I was in a project, an animation song project called Clover by Oreo, and she did this wonderful song called Karma, and it's a fun electro swing song. If you've never heard it, I think you're gonna love it. It's a good track. I sang on it as the character Dave. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and hit that track. So close to getting in my head, dirty words you said, as lies would overflow and drown me out of breath, but still I held on to the edge. So go ahead and talk the talk, 'cause I'll be watching as you drop. I'll soar up to the sky, you should watch me from below. Fate's on my side and it will show. It is a clappy song, isn't it? Ooh, I never believed in superstitions. Ooh, but I know it's in my intuition. I won't take your bait, no need to make you pay. Well, karma's gonna help me anyway. Watch out, karma's what you make.
Like I said, Caleb Hyles, dancing fool. To be fair, I'd be just as goofy if I was on
I've been
stage.
working on my dance moves. Keep on living with jealousy, 'cause I'll be better than you'll be.
That he is, that he is.
So what's the point on holding tight onto my feet? My joy will only drive you crazy.
Don't worry, folks. After, if you want to hear the actual songs without me talking over it, we will have the full video available on my channel, on my secondary channel after the show tonight. So rest assured,
help me
you guys will get your
watch
chance.
out. Karma's what you make. Let's do a clap again. I need the validation. I'm doing all right. Some of y'all want to clap real fast. That is excitement right there. Yeah. There you go, there. I drew my
Yeah, this was about a month
way
ago.
out of the dark. The words you said have left its mark. After all this time and pain, there's one
The
thing
stream
I
is live, but
have to
the
say.
actual video that you're seeing right now is not.
Ooh, I never believed in superstitions. Oh, but I know it's in my intuition. Revenge only delays, and my time's not worth the wait. Well, karma's gonna stay. Ooh, it feels so good to sing out after silence.
As you can tell, this video's not live because how it's panning around.
To be free, and all you'll do is watch me. Well, karma's gonna stay. Watch out, karma's what you make.
I did most of the I actually just hit a static shot and then just panned and zoomed in post. Because if I try to follow Caleb directly with my camera, it would be a mess.
Karma by Oreo from the Project Clover. That's a fun one to sing, y'all. Love it. You like my dance moves? Have they gotten better over the years, guys?
Yeah, you can
remain
tell he
relevant.
doesn't sit still very much. He's like me.
and I think
ADHD
that-
can be a bitch.
What's the big one that they're doing? The floss is dead, right? That's gone? Okay, cool. I figured it was. Wait, T-posing now is the thing? But that was like this?
Yeah,
do
you
a
can
whole
hear my daughter
concert just-
laughing because she's right up front, right next to him.
Yeah. Anyway, the fourth song we're doing is from a musical movie. And like I said, I had some special guests, special people here to help me make this stage a little
Here's
less
where things
empty,
get interesting. Hey, KR.
as it's been every year I've had someone with me. So I figured I can't turn to my YouTube colleagues because they're busy and it didn't fit in the budget. So I got to find a free, cheap act to come up here on stage with me who I think can work with me, hold a candle to my performance, if you will. So I said, why don't I take a look at my family and see if anyone from my family would be willing to join me on stage. So, my brother is here. Josh, you want to come out on stage here? That is my brother, Josh. Hi, Josh. How are you doing? Take your mic stand. You're going to want the whole thing with you, just in case you get, nervous and you want to stay by the microphone and you don't want to run around stage. Yeah, go on the right of me. I don't want you on my left. Ugh. Anyway, Josh. I love y'all too. I don't know you, but I love y'all. Josh and I, as brothers, we go way back. And
I go back further than him, actually.
You do. You are my older brother. Right. But not by much. But like a year and 10 months?
It's a year and 10 months. Yep.
Okay, cool.
3 days.
I'm glad. Okay.
All right.
right.
7 hours.
7 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Seconds, minutes?
They count,
They do count, I guess. Anyways, we sang a lot growing up together. That's something we both love doing. So if y'all are willing, we're going to sing a song from The Greatest Showman. And because John's not here, Josh is in John's place. And we're singing the other side, are we not?
Yeah, we are.
And Josh, in mic check, Josh knew all his words. I didn't. So
we're going to switch it up this time. He's going to know
oh,
everything.
this is going to be really bad because I'm only just now remembering right here.
Yeah, you get a very diverse concert with Caleb.
He has to know a lot
Got a
more
little bit of
songs
everything.
than I do, so.
Okay, that's fair. All right, well, let's hit the track and let's make it happen. Right here, right now.
Hey there, Gruffles.
I put the offer out. I don't want to chase you down, but I know you see it. You run with me, and I can cut you free out of the drudgery, the walls you keep in. So trade that typical for something colorful. And if it's crazy, live a little crazy. Then live among the swells and we don't pick up peanut shells. I'll have to leave that up to you. Don't you wanna get away from the same part you gotta play? Cause I got what I need and I don't wanna take a ride. I don't wanna see the other side. Cause you can do like you do, or you can do like me. Forget the cage, cause we know how to make the key. Oh, damn, suddenly you're free to fly. It'll take you to the other side.
Okay, my friend, you wanna cut me in. Well, I hate to tell you, but it just won't happen. So thanks, but no, I think I'm good to go. I quite enjoy the life you say I'm trapped in. Well, I admire you and that whole show you do. You're onto something, really it's something. But I live among the swells and we don't pick up peanut shells. I'll have to leave that up to you.
Oh, everybody,
Don't you
we're pumping the brakes. We are gonna reset this song because, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Let's bring the man in.
Hello.
Caleb, how are we doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. Actually, I have to reset the song a little bit, but you actually came at a perfect time considering what song's just what we were in the middle of.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good to hear.
All right, what's that? Let me do this. You can already tell what part we got up to.
Oh, yes. Yes, I can. Nice, nice. Hold on. Let me make things full screen on my end here.
Indeed.
You can hear me well, right?
Loud and clear, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay, perfect, 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 perfect.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll get this party started up again.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready. I don't want to hold people back. They've already been listening to it, so we can just hop right back into it.
As brothers, we go way back. And we...
I go back further than him, actually.
You do. You are my older brother.
right.
But not by much. But like a year
So,
and 10
how are we
months.
doing today, there,
10
Caleb?
months, yep.
Okay, cool.
3 days.
I'm doing well.
I'm glad-
I did a lot of
okay.
busy
All
work
right,
today.
7 hours. 7 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Did a fun
They
meeting
count, you
before
know.
I came
They do
here
count, I
and
guess.
ironed out some
Anyways,
details for some projects. So
we
really,
sang a
really
lot growing
excited
up together.
for everything coming
That's
up.
something we both love
And
doing. So
really dope
if
to be
y'all
here
like,
for the
we're gonna
concert
sing a
this
song
time
from The
and be able
Greatest
to
Showman.
kind of
And
watch it
because-
once more.
And
What
because
what
John's
of those
not here,
projects you're
Josh
working on
is
involve a
in
little
John's place,
research?
and we're singing the other side.
No, this
we
one
are.
this
We are.
one
And
involves
Josh, in my
well, a
check,
kind of
Josh knew all
research,
his
but this
words.
one
I didn't.
involves
So
some
We're
D&D
gonna switch
stuff.
it up this time. He's
Ah,
This is
okay,
gonna be
okay.
really
Ooh.
bad because I
Yeah.
only just now remembering.
This involves some D&D
right
stuff.
here, right now.
I only
to
mentioned
know-
that
he has to know a
because
lot more
we are
songs
well
than I
aware of
do,
your other
so-
role as
Okay, that's
researcher
fair, that's fair.
Hiles over
All
at
right.
Project
Well, let's hit the
Grindstone.
track and
Some
let's
of
make it
our
happen.
Sure.
Project Grindstone people are in here.
Sure. Oh man, that's fun times over there.
Oh, you'd have no idea. We'll talk a little bit about that later.
I don't wanna
Sure.
chase you down, but I know you see it. You run with me, and
Oh
I
man,
can
we
touch
forgot
your
some of the words to
freedom
this one,
out of
or I
the
did.
treasury.
You did,
Goals
especially
you
during my
keep
check.
in.
You brought that up during this well, up on stage, but yeah, I was there and I saw it happen live. I was like, oh.
I forgot a lot in this concert. I think I was pretty nervous.
You were like you did like the second couple songs in you'd forgotten some lyrics, and then a whole part you
Yeah.
forgot later on.
Yeah, every now and then I'll have concerts that like I'm just in my head, and I think Metrocon was one of those where I was like, I just came back after a year, my family was with me. I was like, oh, I gotta like have it be really good. So I think I just got all caught in my head for this one.
That's
Still
understandable.
fun. But the most important thing is that everyone has a good time.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I really care about.
I think I'm good to go. I quite enjoy the life you say I'm trapped in. Well, I admire
And of course, my daughter, who you might recall was sitting in the front there with you, loved how you guys were acting along with the song.
I live among the swells and we don't
Of course. If you're gonna do musical theater, you gotta be in it.
Yeah. I dabbled with that back in elementary school. I definitely learned that lesson very quickly. In fact, I kind of overdid it back in my day.
Oh no. In elementary school, it's all about being goofy.
Well, I kind of stole the show even when I was just doing backings vocals.
I see. You want a rule follower though.
That's really how you like to to spend your days. Whiskey
Kind of goes a long way to
misery,
explain why I'm such
parties
an
and
over-the-top
play.
guy
I will
and
mess
even
up
here.
with you, I'd be the talk of the town, disgrace and disown another one of the clowns.
But you would finally live a little, finally laugh a little. Just let me.
It's funny, when I was doing this, I thought my brother's gotten better. Like, it's not that he's a good vocalist. He always has been, and he's definitely like theatrical like me. But I was like, oh, he's actually gotten better. Like he did his verse and chorus better than I've done anything in the song thus far. He hasn't forgotten words. He's on key. Like he's more comfortable. He hadn't been on stage in forever.
Well, it's a dream, but to go would cost me greatly.
He also might have
So what
practiced.
percentage of the
That-
show
that
would I
helps.
be taking?
Yeah, you kind of been busy with other things. Oh, Sarah Winchester and Dawn Never Played. Thank you both for the follow. Welcome to the madness.
I wasn't born this morning. 18 would be just fine.
Why not just go ahead and ask for nickels on the dime?
15.
I do 8, 12, maybe 9, 10.
Yep, there's Emrys. Thank you as well. Holy crap, everyone's following me now. I'm loving it.
You want it and away from the same.
Each had a different line there. I think I got that one right. I think he missed that one.
It'll take us to the other side. So if you do like you do, so if you do like me, forget the cage, 'cause we know how to make the key. Oh, damn, can't you see I'm doing fine?
Yep, there's me trying to desperately hit harmonies, but clamping on my voice because I'm so anxious.
Yeah. Did better when you did I'd Still Standing earlier. Like, you were able to hit those super high notes and still sound good.
Josh was a good sport, though. I did a stream with
Thank you very
him
much,
last
Josh.
week
I only
on my
forgot
YouTube channel.
20%
Yeah, I
of the
was
words.
watching a little
It's
bit of
all right.
that.
You'll remember the 100% of the rest, I guarantee it.
Not gonna forget anything else. Never again. Josh, everybody. Joshua Hyles.
Never again, huh? Yeah, we'll hold you to that.
Yeah, hold me to that. Hey, my dad forgot lines.
Yeah, I did
Boy, that
notice
was
that.
fun.
We'll
He
get to that in a
forgot
little
lines.
bit.
That's not the end of the special guest tonight either, by the way. That's not the only one we got backstage, no sir. The next one is a bit of a meme track. Because you know me, if it's a concert, it's got to have memes. It's got to
What
be
did I do?
trendy. I can't just do the same list, same set
I'm
list
trying to remember.
every year. Let's see. Ah ha ha ha. This is one that I like to perform because it's really popular on my Spotify, and also really popular with a lot of people's OCs and characters they create.
Oh, yeah.
And
I know this one.
animatics. This one is from a Disney show called Wander Over Yonder.
This one is-
and the song is
I
called
consider this track,
I'm the Bad Guy. Is
when
that
I
the
do
track?
this in concerts, I consider this my like comfort song because it's very, very easy.
I'm not the damsel in
It's like
distress.
it's right in the pocket of my voice. It's super
I'm not your
theatrical.
girlfriend or the frightened
It's okay if you're a little
princess.
off key because
I'm
you're
not a little
semi
bird
voice
who
acting.
needs your
Right.
help to
Yeah, I
fly.
get that.
Nope.
So this one's
I'm the bad guy.
very, very comfortable. So if I'm like nervous, I just strategically put it in the middle of the set list, just in case I'm kind of in a, like I was, kind of nervous and you just need something to center you. Just do a really goofy, over-the-top song. That's how you center me.
That makes perfect sense. And all things considered, like, was this like your first live performance after everything has been going down?
This wasn't my first, but Metrocon is like so special, and love being a part of it, and privileged that they brought me back as much as they have. So I think there was a bit of a wait to coming back and performing at Metrocon, because I had done 3 other conventions prior to Metrocon.
Ah, okay.
And some of those went a little better than others in terms of my performance, but Metrocon holds a different weight.
Oh, I love that you threw this in there.
Oh yeah, this is like a huge part of the song, or my version.
Yeah.
People like use this on TikTok and on other YouTube videos. This little addition has like made my version what it is to some degree.
I'm sure my daughter appreciates it, considering what that's a reference to.
Oh yes,
She is
Five
a-
Nights at Freddy's fandom.
Oh, my daughter's fully in that. That is her. Like, I made the mistake of watching a Markiplier Let's Play of that, and it has molded her ever since. I have created a monster.
Business rather fun. I don't want your assistance or your
I've stopped forgetting the line, "I don't want your assistance or your adulation." I used to completely forget it, and I would just be like, "I don't or your adulation." But now I got it.
Well, girl.
and then we're centered.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
fun one to do.
I learned my lesson after
I
years
like getting
past. I've
character
just
on
put
that
this
one.
one
Oh my
static
goodness.
shot, and I just zoomed and panned in post. Because trying to follow you
Hearing all the voices on the
is
instrumental.
a challenge.
Right,
Sounds
it-
very evil
yeah.
and dark. All right, this next
I
one's
like
going
to
to
use the
require
whole
what I
stage.
like to call,
Especially with one
it's a
particular
staple
song we'll
at
have
my
coming up
shows,
later.
But since there are a lot of people here that are brand new, you're going to love this. I need what I call audience participation.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
and it's
always
actually
do
this
this
next
one.
song coming up.
So I have no doubt
Yep.
you will knock this out of the park. I need you all to repeat after me, because this is a call and response for this next song.
This is like a staple of
Burn.
yours now.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it'd be one, but it's fun and it works well. And frankly, new
You gotta be
people,
quicker on the uptake, Tampa. Come on. Next.
people
next one.
like, there's always new people. Like it was I remember in the beginning of the concert, I asked how many people had never seen me before, and it was like half the crowd.
Yeah, we got
So-
a shot of that.
Yeah, so for like a lot of these people, they'd never seen my set or what I do.
All right.
So,
I think some of you may know what's coming.
It's not that I want to, obviously I
We
don't
are
recycle
fighting
everything,
dream.
but stuff that has performs normally very, very well.
And repeat after me. You just kept
like
singing
Fighting
the rest of the
Dreamers,
song. There's like
I-
we were doing a thing.
I
we're
just will
doing-
do them every
It
time.
doesn't matter. Some of y'all are ready to go.
And I love making that joke that people keep singing beyond, because it's not even me lying. Usually there's about 4 people that just keep singing, and it lands every time. In a way, I feel like a comedian sometimes. Where it's like you have to hitting the same jokes, but it works well.
Yeah, I think at this point, like, you might have noticed the audio kind of flipped around there a little bit. What I was trying to do is, because I knew this was going to be something where we needed to hear the audience, I have 2 audio lines hooked up. I've been mainly
I
using
see.
the direct audio line from, like, the tech booth, but I was trying to switch to my shotgun mic so I could pick up the audience crowd, but it just was not playing nice with me, so...
I see. Well, good thinking on ya.
And already your first slip up there.
I didn't need to sing there.
And we've all done it. I don't know how many times I've either jumped ahead of the shark or left behind.
One thing I always remember when doing this song, though, is when I say right, left, where to go, I always know to point in my opposite direction for the audience. So when I say right, left, I'm pointing to my left, and then I'm pointing to my right. Then it works. It looks good on the camera. It's exactly what I was wanting. This is also another vocally pretty easy song, all things considered.
Yeah, you don't have to hit
And I
those
don't have to
super high
sing the
notes.
highest parts.
No, instead you make up for that with you wasting all your energy running around like a madman.
Yep, that's where it all goes. That's where I get my cardio in. I don't have to use my throat for that. Just my lungs. And of course, you got the line-in mic, so you're getting that direct feed mic.
Yeah.
You're getting a completely raw version of my vocal here. But when you're in the room and you get the benefit of reverb and echo from the room, a lot of the missed notes kind of like fade into the key.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be perfect. And I tend to use that to my advantage at these concerts.
Well, now I feel bad.
Oh, no. This is I know this. I'm very aware of my line in direct performance. But that's just so people who are watching who, when you go to the concert, because a lot of people might be like, when you go to any concert, like any band you've ever seen live before, and you're like, man, they sound so good. I'm like, dude, if you switch to the line-in mic, you get a very different experience.
You really do. It's what I've always said is like, yeah, these videos are great and all for those who miss out, but it does not, it does not beat the experience of just being there live to see it unfold. Because of just how much energy the crowd is giving off, how the sound quality is. Like, there's a reason why they keep using this particular room for their shows, because it's just so powerful in there.
Never stop away. Why are y'all still doing it? Y'all are a belligerent group.
I love how you timed your comments in
Fine,
between
whatever.
those
Just pop your
parts.
arms wildly. I don't care. Just whatever you feel like. I don't care. We are
And of course, the staple of some of your anime covers is you always switch to the Japanese lyrics at the end.
Oh yeah, you gotta pay homage to the OG.
And now comes the part where I had to have fun moving my camera, moving my shot
Yep.
around, and where the camera guy in the front had to to keep up with you.
Yeah. Oh, that was so great when he followed. It was so great.
Yeah, watch down towards the bottom here as you see Caleb running around. You should see a guy running around with him. Yep, right there. There he is.
Yeah.
Poor Alan. Alan Daniels, ladies and gentlemen, get that. He goes right down.
Round of applause for the cameraman.
Alan, I'll remember his
Didn't wear
name.
his shoelace
Yeah.
shoes today. Good decision. Good decision. Yes,
He's part of the crew of
Savants.
Frameforge, who are like the
Respect
official
drip, I respect
videographers
the
of
drip. That was
Metrocon.
dope. Wow.
Yes.
I love running around like that. Everyone, when I started, I was like, oh shoot, there's like, I remember he's on the handheld most of the time. He's gonna be running alongside, oh boy. Oh man. Give yourselves a round of applause, by the way. Y'all sounded great. Great job. This next track we are doing, pardon me, I'm not playing Genshin Impact, I promise. Not on that game.
I've changed it
Liar.
now. I used to say Pokemon Go.
That'd be weird. It's like, hey guys, like take a 15-minute siesta, start the background music. I gotta like grind real quick. Like, that'd be so disrespectful. All right. I said I have another special guest tonight.
Ah, here we go.
I figured, well, I brought my brother out on stage, so he's thoroughly embarrassed.
You
So,
screamed liar.
I need to
Nice.
embarrass
My
another one
daughter's
of my
a
family
sassy
members.
one. I'll tell you that. I'll
but
tell you that
there's a
right now.
little bit
She
of
is
backstory here.
sassy.
I'm releasing an album.
Audience engagement
Next
is always a good thing.
And
Oh yeah.
it's a 6-song album. It's a cover album.
And this is something
It's a
you actually
cover
also
album of
shared very
songs
recently that
you've never
on a
heard.
live
Yes.
stream.
And you cannot find
Yes.
anywhere on the internet.
Yeah, finally got
This
to
is
hear
out
the
right
actual
now.
version,
They're
the
songs that my
fully
dad
produced
wrote
version.
30,
Yeah,
40
both
years
that
ago.
and this live
So
performance were both
I got
really
my buddy
good.
Jonathan Young and me to recreate all of the 6 of these songs from his old cassette tapes and reproduce them up to a modern day standard level quality. And I figured it'd be fun, since they're here, to premiere one of my dad's songs here at this convention for y'all. So, with that being said, Dad, why don't you come on out here? Everybody, this is...
Here is Marcus. There you are, man. Looking, literally, he dresses
This
like
is
that
my
every
dad,
day.
Marcus Hyles.
Oh, he's not that much different
He
than
did-
how I dress, so I
Hey,
can't really judge.
Yeah,
Here he is.
he did not change.
Dad,
He did
do
not.
you want to do a little minute about what the song is called and what it's about?
Well, the first thing I would want to say in front of everybody is
Also, keep your mic here, like this.
okay. Give me vocal lessons before
Yeah, right.
we do this.
Yeah, before you started, I just want to make sure.
No, obviously, I wrote these songs some 30 years ago. Went to Los Angeles, pursued the dream, and it didn't work out like it did for Caleb. But he picked up these songs, and Jonathan got on board too, which was amazing.
I know.
And I just want to say thank you for making this thing come full circle for me, to actually get to hear my songs produced and sung by my own son. It's amazing.
Well,
So they're not going to know this, and that's
No, they
fine.
won't.
Enjoy it anyway.
yeah, you're not going to know this song at all. This is completely like
It's-
cold read, nothing to go off
That's
of. What's the
right.
song called? What's it
The
about?
song's called There's the Door.
There's the door.
It's kind of obvious, kind of self-explanatory.
Okay.
It's a relationship that didn't work out.
Uh-huh.
So the lyrics kind of,
It's not about mom, right?
no.
No, it's not about her. It's about someone else a long time
No.
ago.
There are a couple of songs about mom on the EP.
Yes, there are some songs on the
This
EP.
is
I will
not
say this
one
is
of
probably
them.
gonna be the one.
Yeah.
If I had any
cool.
songs
So
from
is
this
like
album, it's probably gonna be
is
this
like
one. I
your
really
Mad at Your
enjoyed
Ex
this song.
Mad at
Oh
Your
yeah, I love There's
right.
the Door.
Okay, and you're being like, there's the frickin' door.
That's
Get
right.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a pop song, by the way, but he's gonna sing some of it. When you're ready, start the track. This is There's the Door.
This was cool. I think I'll look back on this in several years and be like, this is a super special moment. And I know how special it is for my dad.
Yeah.
He also forgot his words.
Ah, like father, like son.
Yep.
Still you push me further. Watch my every move.
Oh, completely scuffed that first line.
Push me further.
You had to actually help him get back on track.
Watch my every move.
Yeah, I had to re-record all of it, so I was like, I know all the words.
Yeah, obviously.
There you go. There. Since I've been with you.
Yeah, I imagine this was like a huge thing for him as well, just given how the full circle this all is for him.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up listening to these songs, too. This one was a little... He played this one a little later in life, but it was still one of my favorites. I really pushed for it to... We have a bunch of cassettes of his music. We have dozens and dozens of his songs. And this is one of them that I was like, I really want it.
Saber 725, thank you for the follow.
What have you been thinking? I can't live alone.
Yeah, I love that, like, jangle pop with that bright acoustic guitar.
It's a nice juxtaposition. The music itself is so upbeat, but the lyrics are just like, angry in a sense.
Yeah, it's a very angry, like, breakup song. 100%.
It is. Because it's like, I'm tired of your crap, get the hell out.
Yeah, pretty much.
And as I said, I've been saying this earlier, this whole, like, one of the staples of a Caleb Hyles concert. Caleb Hyles, Dancing Fool.
Yeah, very, very bad dancing. That's what you're going to get. Not good dancing.
Hey, I'm not here to judge. If I were on stage, I'd be doing the exact same damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true story. It's bad dancing that led me to actually bumping into my wife at prom.
That's cute. That's super cute.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised. Like, I have a surprisingly, like, wonderful, adorable story of how me and my wife got together.
Aww.
There's The Door by Marcus Hyles, everybody.
You know, it's funny. I listened back to that, and I think he actually had the lyrics right, and I thought he had them wrong.
Remember the words to my own song. That's beautiful.
Well, he's taking the blame on that
I
one.
did. It was like 30 years ago.
It's been a while, and the song's about an ex, so you just rather.
You know
forget
what's so
about
funny
it,
too?
right? That's true. That's why I sang on the track and relived it for you, so I could bring it to life, make it very real. Well, anyways, Marcus Hyles, everybody. Thank you so much, Dad. I'll give you a sweaty hug. Come get a sweaty hug. Sweaty hug for you. I love you too. So.
It's funny. He keeps saying 30 years. It's 40 years. He keeps saying 30 because I think a lot of people have kind of forgot that 2010 through 2020 happened.
After the show,
but it's been 40 years.
Yeah, I think a lot of us want to forget the last decade ever happened because there was not many good years in the 2010s.
And I know the hall closes at 7, but if we have overflow, we're going to figure something out because I want to make sure everybody who wants to meet with me,
this decade's not starting off with a good foot either, to be honest.
So don't worry about it. I will make sure I see everybody who comes.
Yeah, it's
right
like 30
this,
years ago was
Merchant Hall.
1990.
I'll be selling merch and meeting everybody, taking pictures.
No, he wrote these earlier than that.
Or maybe he just wants to feel young. Maybe he just wants to have that.
Maybe so. Maybe that's what it is.
Animus Custodius, thank you for the follow.
This is another fun
this
song.
will be another exciting day of new people.
Really,
I actually had a little bit of a
TikTok
celebration myself
earlier
this last
and
week.
I
finally hit my
my
first 1,000 subscribers.
And I'm just going to pray and hope that I
oh, nice.
the right key
Cool.
when this thing frickin' starts.
Only took me 12 years.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
Hey, well, there's no timeline.
Okay, go ahead and start the track.
Everyone's on a different timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember this one.
There once was a ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fill in the part you missed because I actually remember the lyrics. Because this is the one you really scuffed.
Dude, I've sung this 4 times now. I have scuffed it every single time, but now it's starting to be like kind of funny when I do it. So I'm like, because I kind of say like something stupid about like it's a song about boats, and people think it's really funny, and I'm like, that's better than me singing the song correctly.
There you go. All right, let me see if
So
I can help you out here.
I think it's this next line. It's John's
Before the
part.
boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. Hand to the side, harpoon and fought her when she died below.
Yep, those are the right words.
Dude,
That was correct.
I have your cover on my Spotify list. We listen to it constantly. It is one of our favorite songs. The whole family sings it when it comes on.
It's done very well. People love this song too. Not just my version, but people love the frickin' Wellerman.
Oh my god, yeah. I listen
They
to like
love this
every
song.
cover I can find of it. It's so good. It's just so catchy, so just like, you know, those kind of storyline kind of songs, just so beautifully done. Nathan Evans, my god, man, he became an overnight sensation.
He did. And folk songs are totally like fair game, fair use.
Yeah.
Still on, the line's not cut, and the whale's not gone. The Wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and
Plus, this was like one of the most ambitious, like one of the biggest crossover covers you guys have done. You have yourself, Jonathan
Yeah.
Young, 10 Second Songs, Nate Wants to Battle, and Pelican. Like that's
Yeah. Yeah, I'd never had a collab quite like that. I have another one coming out really soon, a collab that I'm really excited for that has a lot of big names too.
Yeah, I saw you teasing that earlier.
silly track that was.
Yeah, I'm thinking that one's going to be really cool. No one's got that yet either.
So it's not going to be any of the usual suspects, I guess.
Man, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's got Jonathan Young. And
They are, but no one's guessed them yet.
I would have said Jonathan right off the bat.
Nate Wants to Battle. He's on that track.
Yeah, no, Jonathan's usually a given,
Boy,
but
it'd be really bad
I'm
if
looking
I
at a
forgot
couple
anything.
more
It's got
now.
Pelican on it.
And nope, we're
Freaking
still not.
Master class anime artist, like insane. So, anyways, the surprises continue. You know, I'm not gonna do a concert. I'm not gonna do a concert without doing some Steven Universe.
Ah,
So,
yes.
I know
Of
the show
course.
is long gone.
I am the
But the song's still very true,
I am
and they're still
the
very fun. And I
the
performed
sad one
Steven
here because
Universe
I've
at
never
every single
I've tried to
Metrocon.
watch
This is my
Steven
fourth
Universe.
one.
I just
I
never
performed Steven
could
Universe
find
at
the
every
time to
single one.
actually get into
But I
it.
never performed.
It's
this
not like it's a
song
bad show.
at
It's just
Metrocon
just too
from
much for me to
Steven
get into
Universe.
now.
So, without further ado,
Oh, sure. Well, and it's very slice of
this is
lifey.
Other Friends.
Oh, I like
Like,
Slice
it
of Life.
is-
Don't get me wrong.
It is admittedly, at least the first season's very slow.
Well.
Lots of
Let
just
me get a look at the
situational stuff.
menagerie.
I also like doing this one.
Amethyst.
I'm scared of this track to some degree though, because it's all dialogue in the beginning,
Pearl. Well, she took
and you're like,
with
there's no turning
Isn't
back if
that
you forget
just
something.
swell? But
You can't, like,
it
move
can
on to the
be.
second verse.
Oh, but it can be, and it is. I've got a new style and a few new toys that are gonna put an end to your happily ever after once and for all. Whoa, this has got to be a misunderstanding. In case you haven't heard, I've established. Yeah, I've heard. I had your little message to the universe on loop. I just
It's fun to do
love
this.
that part.
This is one of my
tell.
favorites to do.
Diamond spends the rest of the
I can
days
tell
on
immediately. Like
this
you really get into
nowhere
it.
planet
I'm scared of it, but it's one of my favorites.
of nobodies. That's right, I heard the story over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. That's right,
Oculus
I
Edge
heard
is
the
like, yeah,
story
chewing
over
scenery.
and how it ends. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. What did she say about me? What did she say? What did you do without me? What did you do?
So while we got some time here, actually, I brought up Project Grindstone here. I've actually been wanting to ask, like, what is exactly are you going to be doing with that? Like, what's your involvement in all that?
My involvement in it is confusing. And dude, to the point where I am like,
came from the garden alone.
I
She told
think
me
I know
that
what
was
I'm
her
doing.
own. She walked with me, talked
and I
with me,
think
made me feel
trying
I was
to
at home.
say
But thousands
more
of
about
years that
it
go by just tell me
might
to stay
lead
and play
people
nice.
like
Allegiance
to thinking
I
something
absorbed
about
this
me.
diamond and
I
turned to a rose full of thorns.
I don't know.
Who am I?
It's weird.
Who
It's
am I? What
in
do
my
you even
my
say?
conversations with Project
I've a loser
Grindstone
up
and
the
how I'm
game
involved
you
have been
didn't
just
know
as
you were
ambiguous.
playing.
That's a good way to put it.
Another game this time I get to win.
Just as ambiguous.
I can definitely understand that, considering what we've been doing in Project Grindstone, like the stuff that we've been learning about from all the other staff members, and finding out that like one of the people like running everything behind the scenes has been Tommy Cat. You know, she's the voice. We confirmed she's Janet, the one sending out all the emails. Like, wow, okay, what kind of stuff are we getting into here?
other friends, Steven Universe.
Well, we'll have to see how that plays out, because trust me, I'm looking forward to seeing more on that.
I don't know who brought
Oh.
up all the water bottles, but thank you.
It's
I
gonna be it's
appreciate
good.
it.
I will
Thank
say
you, Mel.
this
Thank you
in
for
my
all
knowledge
the
of
water bottles. This is
Grindstone,
great.
the things
No, it's
happening.
Awesome. Don't sing on your chair. This is a nice thing.
It
Thank you.
will be good.
I am currently all the water is on me. All
I'm
over
very
me.
excited for where it's
ridiculous.
headed.
So, the surprises continue.
Okay, so Emrys actually is
I figured,
part of
well,
one of the guys from that's
my
been
dad is
part
gonna
of the community now,
sing one of
and he
his
wants to ask
original
the
songs.
big question: is this?
I think it's
I'm
about
assuming
time
you're not part.
that
You're just part
I've
of the
talked about
project.
for
You're
several
not
years now
like
that I have been
helping
working
to
on
run
an
it or
original
anything.
album
Like,
of
you're
my
not
own
behind
music.
the ARG or anything.
And if you were here 2 years ago, my buddy Jonathan Young premiered a new song
No?
at Metrocon, and my album came out 2 years later.
Oh, that's a very ambiguous
I think
answer
it's
there.
safe to say now, my original album is going to come out this year,
No.
probably around fall or winter time. And I thought
Look,
maybe
you know what's so
I'm
funny? I say all
comfortable
this
enough
with some level of confusion.
to perform for a
So
lovingly forgiving
I feel
crowd.
like
One of my
I feel like I
original
can be
songs
really
from that
earnest.
album that,
I'm very
really
like
excited about.
what's the
It's
word?
A pop punk song.
Like you can't get a read on me
It's,
because
ruminating over
I'm just so confused.
how much time I
Oh,
waste.
real quick before we continue on
just
that
in general.
conversation, we should probably point out the song that's coming up here.
This song is
this the
called
first time
Yes.
this song's ever
Wasting
been
Time.
aired?
Yes. That's the first
Whoa.
time I ever performed it. First time it's ever like anything. I just followed John's footsteps a couple years ago and figured I just like why not try singing one on stage, see how it goes, see what the response is, see how you feel singing it. But this is one I wrote and had recorded by my buddy Brandon, I think like 2 months ago.
Never to be read. Perhaps the memory of technology.
Yeah, well, I'm also thinking like I don't think you've ever showed this song on live streams before. I think this is the first time anyone online's heard it.
Yeah.
So I get an honor
I think
here.
I played a little bit of it. I played like a 30-second snippet on like a live stream, but no, this is the full song, and I've never played the full song.
Well, I feel honored. And I will say, I do enjoy this song. I am looking forward to this album when it finally drops because I'm getting to me it felt like a mix of Sum 41 and E6.
Yeah, those are good ones. Those aren't direct influences, but there's certainly like branches of it.
Yeah, like that's the vibe I get from this song because it's got that kind of punky sound to it, like you mentioned on stage.
Oh yeah, it's straight like punky, punk pop kind of vibe.
Yeah. But it's also got kind of
Some
this
rising ends.
angstiness to it that E6 was really known for.
My voice starts cracking here. Yeah, the original album is very. It's funny. Nothing on the album. It's a 12-song album, and nothing on the album sounds like this. This is the only song that sounds like this. It's extremely eclectic, which is not usually how traditional albums were made. But but I'm trying to go a route that's like hitting all of my musical genre preferences, like all at once. Yeah, certainly, definitely exploring. And pop punk, punk rock has always been a favorite of mine.
This moment, I know there will be more. I promise you that sometimes you will forget things, but do not let
Stack all the vocals. I think I mixed this instrumental piece for the stage, and you can tell it's all pretty raw and like not like finely tuned, but it gets the job done.
What was the name of the song again? Emrys wants to keep a memory of it.
It's called Wasting Time.
There you go.
It's a song about wasting time. It's a song about all the time I waste.
Hey, if you're making
But
people
also
smile, you
trying
ain't wasting
to-
any time here.
Or like, why does it feel like,
That's
questioning why does it feel like we're wasting time, you know? Because I have days upon days where I won't do anything. I seemingly won't feel like I did anything. So it's like, well, why does one feel like time is wasted? Why do we get that notion of wasting, throwing away, not utilizing time? Where'd that concept come from, and why is it so perpetuated? So it's meant to be like a bit more of a reflective, introspective song disguised by angsty punk pop rock sounds.
That makes sense. Yeah, I can get that.
Not so decidedly pop punk as that song is, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
hope
I
you
even
look
say
forward
that.
to it. It's going to be we're shooting some promo for it right now, so the original album is in the works. Just wanted to give y'all
Still haven't
a
shot
little
that
taste
promo
before
yet.
that finally comes out later this year.
I think we'll be shooting it
this
in
concert,
the,
guys. Y'all have been
or at least
wonderful.
I'm gunning
Thank
for
you
like
so
an
much for
October
being
release.
here.
It's going to be
These
cutting it
next
real
two I like to
close,
call
but
the ones
that's how I
everybody
usually
knows.
do
That's
deadlines.
affectionately titled. You're not going to be wondering, when's he going to sing a song that I know? Think no more. These next two tracks are songs you definitely know. This next one goes to all the older generations in the audience.
Yes.
This song was recently
Time to
made
go old
relevant
school here,
a couple years
baby.
back because of a meme. And also, it's a really great song from a really great movie as well. So, let's take a step back in time to the 70s. For John Denver's Country Roads, let's hit it.
Yeah, I tried to be quick too. I talked
Sing it
too
if
much
you
in some
know it.
concerts before, so I was like, I'm just going to do a bunch of music.
Heaven, West Virginia.
Yeah, but you still want to take some time to, get the crowd happy, get the crowd laughing.
Oh, of course, of course.
You're a silly
I have
guy.
been to concerts. I have been to concerts where the performers don't interact with the people in the crowd, and it's a really kind of vapid experience. It's not that the music's bad. I still enjoy the music, but connecting with your audience is like paramount for me to having a really good experience, because I never have claimed to be the best vocalist or frankly the best person in the room to be up on stage singing. But what I might do that others don't do is actually like really care about the people in the audience and do fun little bits with them or interact with them and tell them a little bit about how the day's going and what I've been up to and just be generally a pretty engaged performer. So I like to make up for my singing with my involvement, and people don't, if I've learned anything about convention crowds, it's that they're an ilk of people that are more concerned with the quality of the person rather than like the quality of your performance and your skill.
Yeah.
So if you can wear that on your sleeve, then usually you can win over an audience, and it's every single time that's proven to be true, and it's so much more fun too to feel like the audience isn't just enjoying your performance because you're performing, because you're singing well, but they're enjoying your performance because they're enjoying you as a person, and you're enjoying them because it feels like a conversation in some ways.
Absolutely. Metrocon is actually probably one of the best places for that because what the hell did I freaking what the hell, one of my effects got screwed up. I checked this.
Hey, I messed up. I forgot words, so you gotta join me in forgetting some things.
Apparently, but as I was saying, Metrocon is probably one of the places that principle really applies. Is like with the stage shows and everything, people forget lines. Some of the action performances can get messed up, but we are willing to suspend our disbelief because of just how engaging everybody is and how much fun it is.
Sure. That's very, very true. And this was a super loud crowd too.
Yeah, even with me
very
only
loud.
on the line in, you can still hear them on the mic. It's that loud.
Yeah, there's no backing vocals on the track either. That's all them.
Yeah.
I need to start bringing with me a monitor headset to wear in my ear, because sometimes in these big rooms, even with monitors, because Metrocon sound engineers are phenomenal. They're like top of the line. But even in big building, huge gyms like this, it can still be hard to hear yourself completely.
Yeah, I can believe that.
But I'll bring one of those next year.
Thank you all. I know, sad. But like I said, Merchant Hall, meet me over there, please. If you don't want a sweaty hug, I won't give you a sweaty hug, but I am offering them. And like I said, I have merchandise. I'm
Yeah, I
selling
believe we're
albums.
coming up on
I
the
have
last song
t-shirts,
here.
I
and
have stickers.
The point
I
where
have pencil pouches.
like, on the one
What?
hand, obviously
So,
it's good that the
if you wanna
crowd
come
is
see me, I'm gonna
really
pretty much
engaged with this
immediately leave the
last
stage
song,
and run
but
over
at the
there.
same time,
I will be
I
escorted,
really
so
need to get a
if
taller
people wanted to
tripod to
stop and
deal
talk
with
to me
this.
and say hi, which I'm always appreciative of the act. I will
Well, I
not
mean,
be
you're
able to
already
stop.
on
I'm
the
gonna be
stand in the
gunning.
back. I mean,
No,
you
I'm
already
not.
got some.
No, I'm not.
some-
I'm
Oh,
beside.
you're not?
No. That was strictly
Oh, well.
for the official camera. I was off the
It's
side.
gonna be great.
Oh.
So yeah, I need a
So
taller
Please
tripod.
come over there. I'll be over where the
Well, it already looks
autographs
pretty
are,
high.
and that's where
Yeah,
I'll be. And like I said,
it
I'll be
looks
with
pretty high,
everybody.
but just
So don't
wait
worry
a
about
minute
time. We're
until
gonna
this
be with
last song
everybody.
starts,
Last
and
track
you'll
of
see
the
that it's
evening.
not high
For
enough.
those who have been to any of my panels, singing panels, you probably know what's coming up next. For those who haven't, which are a lot of you, this is a Disney track. And it's one of my favorites that I ever do. We'll probably do it tomorrow at the Disney Sing-Along at 11 o'clock. But we're going to do a precursor of it tonight to end out this show.
I've been
Thank
meaning
you
to
all.
catch
And
the
for a night of
sing-along
frivolity
show, but it's just-
and
I'm
theater and fun that
too
we've
busy
had,
with everything else I
let's
gotta
all
do.
rise to our feet for this final song.
Yeah,
One,
you're gonna
because
see
you're
right
going to
here,
have to
like-
rise to leave anyway, so let's just start the process early.
That looks kind of cool, though.
And also because I
It
think
does.
you're
Like
going
I
to
said,
want
I'm
to stand
50
for
That
this.
looks
50 on
super
it.
full.
Kelly gives you an idea of how many people are actually there.
Are my soldiers ready for this final
Yeah.
track?
But it's, when they're all standing up, of course, they're blocking
Go
the
ahead
shot
and
a
hit the
little
track,
bit.
if you will.
This one was not too bad. There was nobody that was directly in my shot, so I was usually able to keep it
It's
on
on
camera.
the right and left, everybody,
And,
if you forget the words.
The background video player or video screen does help a little bit.
This is Be a Man from Mulan.
Now, you guys in the video can't, and this video doesn't show this,
I need
but
to
on the
hear this
side
room
monitors,
get
you
loud,
guys,
Metrocon.
you actually had the video with the actual video
Here
from
we
the
go,
Yes,
movie.
yeah,
with
we
the
had the
lyrics.
video with the lyrics. That was not my intention.
Let's get down to
I didn't specify it to
business.
the team
To defeat
that this is just a sound file. Like, you don't need to put the video up. But they saw the video and they put it on the screens, and it's great too. People then can know the words if they don't. So audience participation goes up tenfold.
Yeah.
You're the saddest bunch I've ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a man.
I didn't realize it was playing. Yeah.
Y'all sound great. Keep it up, Metro. Tranquil as a forest, but on fire within.
And of course, all the lights kind of messing up my focus
Once you
there.
find your center, you are sure to win. You're a spineless.
I think having all the people standing up and then the lights hitting them just caused my camera to go haywire.
Yeah, all the lights. Yeah, there's a lot of focusing your camera's having to do.
Yeah, and I don't have autofocus on. I'm on manual. It's still doing that.
I'm never gonna catch my breath. Say goodbye to those who know me.
And of course, you went completely out of my shot.
I hadn't used that part of the stage
This
yet, I
guy's
don't
got
think.
scared to death.
So I was like, I'm going to use
He
it.
doesn't see right through me. Now I really wish that I knew how to swim. We must be swift as the coursing reed, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious.
Yeah, you can actually see the video playing there in the background now.
Yep.
Time is racing tonight.
Yeah, Lex and the crew, they know how to put on a show when it comes to the tech. Like, I've seen concerts from actual bands not be as technically alive as this.
Oh, yeah. They nail it.
How could I make a man out of you? We must be swift as the coursing reed, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Metrocon, let me hear y'all. Y'all take it. We must be swift as the coursing reed.
A little hard to hear with the backing vocals on the track, but they were very loud.
They were. Thank you, Lex, for having that shot from the overhead cam.
Oh, yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, you couldn't see that because you were too busy singing, but yeah.
Metrocon 2021. Y'all have been incredible. I'll see y'all at the merch and all art autographs. I love y'all. Peace, love, metal. See y'all next time.
That was so cool.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for recording that, man. Thank you so much.
I love doing it, man. I love doing I love seeing, because again, like I've said, I've always loved giving back after all the fun that Metrocon has given me and all the fun you've given us coming every year. Like it's always a fun time when I see your guys' when I see your concerts.
Oh gosh. I mean, I hope they keep. I mean, the Mary and Morgan have been very. What's the word I'm looking for? Inviting. They keep saying you can come back whenever you want. But I also know when I first started doing conventions in late 2015, I did my first convention in Alabama, and I always had this thought that like conventions, because I've been going to conventions since 2009 just as an attendee. But I thought like conventions kind of like to keep a rotating cast. That made sense to me. But I found out though through several conventions, and one especially Metrocon, some conventions' philosophies are more about tradition and consistency and reliability. I didn't realize that the reliability thing was a big one. And I also like to think that I'm also a very I'm a pretty like. The cheap date is not a kind term to myself, but I really do. I try to be like a competitive price for a convention and be to their needs and put on a great show. And because I've never, but I'm also at a fortunate position where my what's the word? Slightly off topic, but my revenue streams are more. I just have more of them. So I'm able to go to conventions and be like, well, I know my value might be higher, but also a lot of my income is made elsewhere. And if I can go out and perform for the people who give me a career in the first place and also give this convention a potential selling point and something at a low cost for them, like I'll do that. Like I love conventions so much. And I want them to exist and be around. I remember everyone remembers their first convention they went to, how special it is. So it's like, if I have the privilege to I've already had the privilege of being a part of those, but being able to give them life actively be like, I'm not going to take too much from your budget. I'm going to bring people to your convention so you can continue to thrive with what I have, the audience I have that wants to see me. And then even before audiences, because I wasn't unaware, another branching thing. I wasn't ignorant to the fact that when I started out doing conventions, I had a 200,000, 300,000 sub audience on YouTube. I wasn't ignorant to the fact that doesn't necessarily mean it translates over into convention attendance. So then it becomes, what can you do for the convention as just like a panelist kind of thing. So with the guest badge that I was given and wasn't paid then, I was like, well, I'm going to do sing-alongs. I'll do a concert, but I'm going to have the sing-alongs be the big draw. And I'll do a Q&A about YouTube. I'll do a workshop. Like, it won't be about me. It'll be about the subject matter. And that's how I'll give back. And then as I got larger and more of an audience, then I started doing more me-centric things. But even still, to this day, I did it at Metrocon. I do the Disney sing-alongs because people love them so much, and there really aren't a lot of them. Like, they weren't there whenever I did one sing-along event in 2011 at MomoCon in Georgia, and I loved it. And anytime I went to other ones afterwards, I had a hard time finding them. So I was like, I want to provide that for people because I loved it. And sure enough, people come out year over year to the sing-along events because they're sometimes more to that than the concerts because they're so much fun. It's different than karaoke. It's a way to feel like community and not be as afraid.
Yeah, that absolutely is. And also another aspect of this I think comes back around is that when you do go to these concerts, like we saw earlier, there's a lot of new people who never heard your stuff before.
This is true.
I could put money down on a huge amount of money to say, odds are good you walked away with some new fans that day. Like you got new fans.
I would hope so.
And
I would certainly hope so.
And that's probably what comes back around. It's like, yeah, you're saying you got other revenue streams. There's your other revenue streams. You got new fans that will come and buy your albums, buy your merch, come to see your streams, come to watch your videos, get you that ad revenue. It just keeps going back around.
Oh yeah, every day is an audition to some degree, and every day is a school day. You're always learning, and you're always having an opportunity to showcase what you do. Because my favorite thing is getting to talk with people when I'm in autograph lines, and someone comes up and says, I just had nothing to do tonight and went to your show and love what you did, and I just wanted to come and say thanks. And I'm like, it's like I don't want to have a hierarchy of my like what I love to hear most, but that is admittedly very close to the top. Is I just saw you and loved it because they don't have any pretense, right? Like I didn't get to edit anything. I didn't get to pick the perfect take. I didn't get to, pick the perfect like Frankenstein a vocal file together. Like that was just me on stage.
Yeah, they didn't get to see you at your quote-unquote best, but it was still good enough to go, oh, wow, I need more of this. And honestly, and one of the philosophies that I personally live by is like, I've been doing this for 12 years, and I'm only now hitting 1,000 subscribers. If I was doing all this for fame or money, I would have quit by now.
Right.
Because at this point, that's not happening. But the one thing that has kept me going through 12 years of content is that whenever someone DMs me and says, dude, thank you for your stream or your videos because you brought a smile to my face for one day, for that little moment, my day's done. Like, that's it. I'm good. That is my payment right there.
Well, and there is something to be said for hobbies staying hobbies and passions staying passions. I mean, I mentioned it in my panel I did at Metrocon. I've mentioned it at several others since. But you don't want to sacrifice your hobby or your passion to the altar of monetary success. Like you really want to be careful that you don't just give that over to making money. I've seen people actively who were in the cover space who are no longer in it because I feel like they may have put a little too much on the line. Like I thought I would have the success. I thought I would have the analytical success. I thought I'd have the monetary success. And sometimes it never comes. And I'm not even that's not even me I'm not ignorant to the fact that there are dozens and thousands of people wanting to do this particular job that I do, and how so many people are so good, so skilled. I do this little segment on my live stream on YouTube, my Caleb Hyles show, where I go and find really good covers. It's not hard to find really good covers. No. And I just talk about them, react to them. And all these people, so many of them have maybe a couple thousand subs, and they've had their accounts for 8 years or 5 or however long. And you can see they upload with some consistency, maybe once every 3 months, or they have a little streak of uploading, and they're just insanely good. And the only reason I can really give as to why they haven't quote unquote like blown up or anything like that is strictly volume. That's the only thing that can come to me, because I'm like, this person's voice is incredible. This person's charisma is great. This is unique. Like, why is it not? And it's like, well, if everyone's in a giant metaphorical crane game of skill and talent and charisma and performance, and the algorithm of YouTube is the crane, then there's nothing you can necessarily do to position yourself. Like, yeah, you can follow good practices, which plenty of people do, good thumbnails, good keywords and tags and the like, but that there's no promises, especially when everybody wants the job and it's a free thing. Like, you can do it for free. Yeah. So I think for people like me who are in the position I'm in, I think the number one key ingredient we need moving forward, to maintaining the analytical success that we have is just humility, because like it can go away. Like that's always something I'm aware of. It doesn't deter me and make me sad or make me like scared. It's just a reality, that you're on a platform that is saturated. TikTok especially, that's a whole nother conversation, but like it's a very saturated market on YouTube, and it's cool to be in the position I'm in, but in some ways, not in some ways, I know I am like prepared if I don't have YouTube anymore, because I have my other hobbies that I love. And in a lot of ways, I remember sitting here today at the desk doing the busy work, and I'm like, man, I really want to go play 2K. Like, I want to go play the NBA game. But I was like, I could probably just keep working or just think about work. It's like if I'm either doing work or I'm waiting to do work. So it's like I'm never like fully. It's like I think I was like cut out to have like a normal like 9-to-5-esque. I mean, that's just a phrase, but that kind of job, because I really don't ever completely leave my work at the office, so to speak. But that's, yeah, I am happy, and it makes me feel fulfilled when I hear someone's been doing their hobby passionately for 12 years and has not been deterred because it hasn't brought them money.
Yeah.
You know, there's something, there's an innocence, there's like a purity to it, honestly. So, like, good, please keep doing it.
I appreciate that. I really do. And to go back to what you mentioned earlier about, showcasing the lesser known cover artists out there, that's actually not too far removed from what I do. Because on all my anime reviews these days, I do a segment called Fandom Paradise. It's basically one of these early staples of my show. Amber, what the hell, guys? I'm sitting up. Relax. Enough with the posture checks. But no, I do a segment, and the two things I always feature in every Fandom Paradise segment and every review is a cover song of whatever opening I'm talking about, whatever cover opening is involved in the anime, and a piece of fan art. Because I have always had an appreciation for those communities, people who are passionate about whatever anime they are watching and want to create something based on it. That kind of thing just inspires me to keep going. So I love showing.
Well, that's
that
really
off.
cool.
Yeah.
No, that's a really thoughtful segment too. And I have said this to people who are either starting or have been doing their hobbies with an intention of trying to maybe potentially have it become a monetary career. Is I've often said one of the best ways to do that, and it seems like that's exactly what you're doing, is to you have a community around you of people who have the same goal in mind, and what they're trying to do, and there is no hierarchy within the group. Because I know that's what John and I did when we first started talking and working together, was like, oh, we're both around the same, size, but we're also having the same intention. We have the same goals. Let's see, my thought was like, it's a working relationship. If we happen to hit it off, so be it. But I didn't necessarily go over and hang out with him and record videos with the intention of being buds. It was to go do some work. And I think he felt the same too. Same with Rich and Jules and anybody I've worked with.
Yeah.
I've just had the good fortune of several of those formative relationships around the formative time of our YouTubes actually become friendships because we worked really well together. And it probably had something to do with also our goals and all this other business. But that's what I tell people too, is just find a group around where you are with similar interests at your size, and they're good to have. They're good to have on your team. Build your team. Because I'm not a one-man, I've never been a one-man job at all.
Yeah.
My name's there, but there's literally, it's so obvious. If I don't have the team around, I just have my singing, but unless I'm really good at stacking a cappella vocals and mixing, I have nothing. So outside of I guess, charisma and a pretty good voice. So I'm grateful that I've had the people and met the people that I have that have helped me.
Yeah, I think that's one of the few things I am missing. Like, I have a team, but we're more just like a whole group of people just doing our own thing. We're all different categories, different territories. So it's not, we only come together for certain things, and those are good, but like a specific team for my field might be something I should have been looking into a long time ago. But I am making some strides on that. I'm actually kind of making a change, working towards a change. Like, I'm doing the whole VTuber thing. I'm sure you've seen that explosion have last year.
Yeah.
I'm now doing that. Yes. So, and I'm working to get into that field. Like that seems like something I can really make something out of. And just, I've been enjoying seeing how the community with VTubers is, how friendly everybody is. Like, it is, like, if you want to see a community that actually knows how to deal with toxicity and keep it out, the VTuber community has done that in spades. And it's crazy how they pulled it off.
Oh, they have I can see why people really love VTubing. One, it's like you're a mascot in some ways. Your idealized version of a mascot. Like, yes, it's you, but it's also a representation of you. But it's like not completely you. You can kind of keep an arm's length from you entirely,
right?
Because you're still being you. But when you have that avatar, there's like a freedom to not having to. It's like this little extra bit of having to perform is removed.
Yeah.
You can kind of sit. It's like you're wearing a mask to some degree. Like you're immune. It's not that you're faking it, but you're like immune to like anything toxic. because immune's a bit too strong of a word. You have a bit of a defense between you and that toxicity.
Yeah.
Because you can just say, nope, I don't want that. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to pay attention to it. I don't even have to. I'm not making a facial expression because you know who's making the faces? This avatar, and they're usually smiling. So you can't. It's like you can't touch me. Like I don't have to read your comment. You can't even see what I'm looking at. I feel like you can't perceive me at all either because you don't know how I look.
Exactly.
You can't get anything from me. So it's I see the appeal from that end too. And then also it's fun to act because a lot of people play a character when they VTube as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's fun because then it's just acting, and that's gotta be fun.
Yeah, you actually got to work with a VTuber not too long ago with Iron Mouse.
I did. I was very, very fortunate. I feel very fortunate to have worked with Iron Mouse because they have been very much on the up and up, and they are also an incredible vocalist. And all I needed was just patience because Iron Mouse is very busy. It took a while to get the cover out, but they also were, it was worth it. It was 100% worth it waiting.
It was a great song.
And we're trying to work on another one, but it's going about the same speed as the first one. So it'll come out maybe next February. But that's not even me being mean. Because if there's anybody who's going to understand that things take time and you're busy and you'll get to it when you get to it, it's me. Like I completely, and I don't have near as much to do as she does. Not even close.
No.
So, but some people live for it. Some people live for the busyness. Some people live for the go. But that's not me, unfortunately. I'm not very much a go person.
Yeah. No, trust me, I feel that.
I'm not a go.
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap things up here. I know we've had a good 20 minutes chat, but for those of you who are watching, and I will give this link to you as well. Actually, I'll probably give you a direct link to the video, but there's my secondary channel that will have not only the video for this, I will hopefully have the VOD for this up as well after tonight, but I will also have VODs and videos for all the other Metrocon shows for those of you who missed out. Next week, we will be doing another run of the Masquerade because unfortunately last week's attempt at it kind of got scuffed. Yeah, for whatever reason, Twitch was just not playing nice. I think it was because I was trying to screen share while streaming. Apparently did not like the high bitrate. That's the only thing I can think happened.
Oh, okay.
I lowered the bitrate tonight and it was a little bit better.
Yeah, bitrate if it's too high, like can be really friggin' trippy. I didn't quite understand it. I still don't. I have it set to something pretty low, and I'm like, it's staying there. I'm not messing with it.
I had it up to the max, the recommended setting Twitch gives us, which was 6,000 kbps. It didn't like that. It did not like that.
6,000, jeez.
Yeah, that's
pretty high.
I think that's, hold on, I'd have to check it later, but it was like the recommended amount Twitch gives, but trying to do that with the screen share, all of a sudden my bit rate would just drop. Like it would just literally just stop to go straight to 0 and nothing would be on the stream. It was like, oh, what the hell?
Yikes.
So I hope tonight was kind of a test to see if lowering the bit rate would fix it, which it did. I didn't have a single problem tonight, so I think I found the solution.
All good.
But
I'll definitely be paying attention to the channel because I definitely want to see all of the Metrocon stuff that I didn't get to see this year.
All right. Well, in that case, I will go ahead and just give a direct link to that. And
please do.
And your concert is already up. Like it went up about half an hour ago, so
okay.
You'll see that immediately as you pull that up. But in the meantime, Caleb, I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was so awesome to talk with you once again.
Of course, dude, and it was great seeing you at Metrocon as well. Thanks for having me. Glad I could be here for like a majority of the concert this time.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You're a busy guy. I have no complaints. You're here. That's all that matters.
Well, hopefully we can do this again next year.
That would be awesome. I look forward to it. But in the meantime, everyone, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you guys, like I said, next week's Masquerade. After that, chess match. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be intense. But until then, on behalf of Caleb here, my name is The Shades. We will see you guys next time. And as I always like to say, rock on!
Special thanks to my patrons like Boy. Subscribe today to make these streams even better.